We now need to make sure that we have two uprights and matching braces on the other side. And then once we've got all our parts in place, we need to cut the joint holes, because if I just cut this laser part out now, by turning the braces off, you'll see that the braces don't actually fit in. So there needs to be little holes cut in here for the braces. And also if you turn the upright off, you'll notice that there's only one hole for the upright finger joints to go in. So we need to cut those finger joints out. But first of all, let's get all our places or pieces in position. We saw how to do this when I did my extra brace in the middle. But if we go into our construction tool here, we've still got that mid-plane there. Let's turn that off. Okay, so now I'm going to create my construction here, and I'm going to create another mid-plane on either side of my main big gear. So I now have a mid-plane in my gear. I'm now going to use the Create Mirror tool to mirror 1, 2, 3 in my case bodies around my mirror plane. Now that I have those those bodies in place, I can now basically see what I've got to do to cut out. Let's get rid of that construction plane by turning it off. And you can see now that I've got lots of parts in here, all nicely labeled. I'm going to use the Combine tool, which is up here. And I'm going to use the cut method, but I'm going to keep the tools. The first target body I'm going to select is the base. And if I then select all my tool bodies, which is going to be everything that intersects with it, and going around the other side, that one there, and if I press on OK, it's going to basically look like I've done nothing. But if I turn everything off other than the brace, you can see now that I've got all my holes cut in there. Might be a good idea if I turn those two off as well. So you can see that I've got all my holes cut in there in order to make the joints nice and effective. We also need to cut holes in my uprights. So let's turn my uprights on. I'll turn the base off because I don't need that, but I do need all my braces to be able to cut those holes. So I need to do one on both each side. So I'm going to do Combine, and I'm going to use this side and use those two as a cut. You now see if I turn that brace off, it's got that hole in there. Let's do the same thing on the other side now. Modify, Combine, this one, and press on OK. And you'll now see that if I turn off all my braces, that I have holes cut in there for those particular parts as well. So if I laser cut that out now, at the very least, I could create this, which isn't very impressive, but basically I can still create that particular setup.